Hi squad, a very happy Wednesday evening to you all. I hope everybody is well. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to hear me okay. I am going to just pull up Facebook so that I can see who's joining me. Now, I don't know whether anyone is admin that jumps on. If you are, and you can tag everybody, I would really appreciate you. See whether that works. Sometimes it does, but I don't know, I've already tagged you all today. Oh, I've got a pen behind me. Right, I hope everyone is well. Hi, guys. Please say hi so I know who's here. I'm just like, let me put you up here. And then I can look at the screen at the same time. Who's here? Who's here? It's a little bit slow. If you're here, please tell me. I like to know. Kathy, Suzanne, hey guys. Tag some of your team for me, guys, as you come on. Let them know I am here. I'm just trying to tag a few of you as well that I know would want to see this. Oh, she's on holiday. That's probably not the best. Hi, guys. Hi, Claire. I can see your comments. I can see Kathy's on. I can see Claire's on. I hope everyone is well. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's Wednesday and it feels like, I don't know, I sort of felt like it was like nearly the end of the week and we were almost going into the weekend. So, I hope you're all good. Right, I'm not going to sit here too long. I'm good, thank you, Kerry. How are you? So I'm not going to sit here too long and say sweet hellos to everybody. I hope everybody's having a wicked week. And I know this is like a little bit impromptu. But I really wanted to jump on and sort of give you a bit of a format, if you like, as to what's going to be happening in terms of the next week or so. So I have asked a few leaders to basically come live with me next week and to do a Zoom training for you guys about how to earn the incentive, a little bit of like an insight into what it's like to go on an incentive, maybe like activities and tasks that you can do, and different ideas, like different things that I would do to like work my business in an incentive period. And we're going to talk about that. But I sort of thought that training is going to end up being really, really long if I do it all, if I do like a breakdown as well on how to actually earn the trip in terms of what the points mean, what the tracker means. And obviously this has been up on your workstation now for 8 days. But the first week of the month has been absolutely manic and absolutely crazy. So, hey Vic, hey Selena. Thanks so much, Kathy. So I am really, really conscious of really getting this information in your hands so that you can start to plan it as early on as possible. And then next week we will have a Zoom which will hopefully inspire you, especially for those of you that maybe are certified consultants, that maybe you'll feel a little bit inspired when you hear some actual success stories from other people that are not superstar directors. Because it's all well and good. I can share with you that, you know, I'm a dab hand at earning an incentive. That's not to say that I will earn this one. Obviously, I'm going to give it everything I've got and I really want to earn it. But I'm in exactly the same boat as all of you guys. And I earned my very first incentive. I started off as a certified consultant when I joined. And in the time that I hit director, which was within 6 months, the incentive period finished. And I had earned a trip for 2 to Mexico. And I took my sister-in-law to Mexico in my first 6 months of being with Scentsy. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Jess. So, I want more stories like that for you guys to realise that it doesn't matter where you are in your business right now, whether you're brand new and you've only just joined, or whether you're somebody that has been with Scentsy for like 2 years and, you know, you've promoted a couple of times. What's the next step? Can you get to the next step? Is it possible to do that? Yes, it is. It's possible for every single person to earn this incentive in some way, shape or form. So the incentive started on the 1st of August. If you haven't looked already, when you go to your dashboard, you can go along to the More button, which is right at the very end, or if you're looking on your phone, it's right at the very bottom. And then you can click on the Incentives tab. And it's going to give you a screen that's going to look a little bit like this. I'm just going to flick you around so you can see my view at the moment. So there we've got you guys. And here we are. So this is what your track incentive bit is going to look like. It's under More and under Incentives. So if you've not looked at it, I want you to go and have a look at it at some point this week. Now, it tells you the different levels of incentive. Now, it's pretty insane. Level 1 is to earn a 2-piece luggage set of Scentsy luggage. It's beautiful. And it tells you like a rough overview of the points. It's 15,000 points, which sounds like a lot. Bear with me and I'll break it down. And then 500 sponsoring points. And that will get you probably a small suitcase and a medium suitcase. And they're like grey or purple, and they've got Scentsy written on them, and they are amazing. Okay, and you can use them to take all your luggage everywhere. So if any of you want to earn that luggage, that is the minimum. The minimum you could get on this is just to get the luggage, and the luggage is pretty special, okay? Now, your level 2 trip. Now, remember, I joined, and then I decided to work for the trip, and yep, exactly as you just said, Vic, and Vic joined in September 2019, 1 month into the incentive, and she earned level 1. So here, level 2 is a trip to Hawaii. 33,000 points includes 5,400 sponsoring points, which sounds a lot, and I will talk you through that in a moment. But you can go to Hawaii, all expenses paid. Okay, more information on these in a moment. And then level 3, the very top, for the top 50, not for the top 50. The level 3 is earn the trip for 2 people. Level 2 is to earn for 1. Level 3 is to earn for 2, 60,000 points, and 9,600 sponsoring points. That's pretty big, but we'll talk about that in a moment. And then you've got the top 50, if you haven't seen already, is a trip to Bora Bora. Now, I will just add, right, on all of these trips, every single one of these trips, they are all expenses paid. More than likely, these particular ones will be all inclusive. When I've been on a couple of the trips, there are some bits that, like Monte Carlo and Norway, there were bits that I needed to pay for, so like certain meals. But generally speaking, your flights, getting there, they give you spending money, they give you money to book your transfers with, you get food included, anything that Scentsy lays on, any Scentsy events are all catered for. You will get excursions paid for, you get something called a room drop, which is where they drop little presents off in your room. Honestly, and it's really special, and these trips are normally very intimate, and you're with like-minded people, all people that work their socks off to earn that incentive, just like you. And what the most important thing is for you to know is every single person can earn this incentive, whatever your title. It does not matter on whether you're a superstar director or whether you're essential and you have just joined Scentsy. Every single person can join if you work hard, right? And it's not about you putting in your own money, you buying product. It just doesn't work like that. This is all about you, okay? So that's the first bit. Now, the next little tab that you can look at is to track your progress. So showing you here, you can click on track your progress, and it will give you a breakdown of your points, and you've got your rings, a bit like all of our other incentives to close. And it shows you here all the different things that you can do to basically get points and to get prizes. 1 PRV is for every single point, so know that. You also get points based on like the title that you're paid at, if you hit sensational start, whether you go to world tour, if you sponsor teamies and they do well. Honestly, there's so many different things. PRV consistency, whether you promote personally, and I'm going to talk you through all of those bits in a minute. There is the next tab, which is the how do you earn it tab, and this is the most important tab for you. Now, at the start of any incentive point, period, I buy myself a brand new notebook, okay? Just because I love a notebook. So I buy myself a brand new notebook, and I sit down with a pen and paper, and I haven't done it yet, and I'm going to do this. This is my job of the week. And I sit down with a pen and paper, and I plan how I'm going to get on that trip. So what I do, I'm going to show you how I do it, because let me just show you on a page. Okay, so turn my page sideways like so. And then what I do is I make a big table. And that table will have the months in it that the incentive is going on for. So at the moment we're in August, then we've got September, October, November, December, Jan, 1st of February. So it doesn't include February. And I basically draw my lines down so it looks like so. Okay? Now, what I do is I list all the different things of how I can get PRV down the side. And then I start to map out what PRV I know that I can control. Okay, so this is the first and most important thing to planning an incentive trip, right? It's what can you control? You can control the following things. 1, how much PRV that you put in every single month. So my goal is 2,500 PRV every single month. That's just my personal goal. You might be somebody that prefers like 1,000 PRV, whatever your goal might be. So I put my 2,500 in every single box, and then I have a total column at the end, okay? And I add up the PRV that I put in there and I stick it in the end. And then what I do is I do a running total and I take it off of the amount of points that I'm going for. So I am setting myself a target to go for level 3. At the end of the day, if I go for that top 50 or Bora Bora, I'm going to aim for that. If I miss it, hopefully I'll earn the trip for 2. That's how I see it. Aim higher than actually what you think you can get. And you might, it's a bit like they say, isn't it? Shoot for the moon and land somewhere between the stars. Is that the saying? I think it is the saying, isn't it? So I do that first of all. And then I start to look at all of where I can get other points from, and I start to map it out and plan it. So I'm going to show you where you can get your points from. And as I'm talking, I want you to think like in your head, or you could start to write this down. I want you to think about like, where could your points come from? Okay, as I'm going to go through each one. Aim for the moon, and if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. That's it, Claire. So here's how you can get points. You're going to get 1 point for every single PRV you put in. So you need to set yourself a minimum PRV goal, and you could adjust. The PRV is in your control, so you can adjust that. Okay. The other thing that's in your control is whether you attend World Tour in person in 2024. Now, we don't know when World Tour is going to be yet. We've got no idea when that is. It's normally January, February time. And you're going to get 500 guaranteed points if you go to World Tour. So that should be a given, right? To write that down on my list. Right, the next one is that you're going to get, if you get 1,000 points for more than 5 out of the 6 months, you will get a 1,500 point bonus. So for me, I'm like, yes, that is something I'm going to get. I'm writing that one down as well. So it's 5 out of the 6 months. So it means if you have a month where you know workload's particularly heavy, or maybe you're going away with your family, or maybe it's your birthday and you're turning 40 in March, for example, and you know that March is not a good month for you, you are not going to be available in March, then you know that that could be your month that you miss your PRV with, that you maybe don't get that 1,000 PRV. But the other months, you'll be aiming for that 1,000, okay? Aiming for that 1,000. And Claire, I can't wait to see you up there with that high PRV, with your changing the way you're working your business. Honestly, I'm excited for you. So, PRV consistency, you can give yourself a 1,500 PRV bonus. You are in control of that, okay? Not me, not your team is, not anyone else, you. You are in control of that 1,500 points, okay? Hopefully this is making sense. Now, if you are brand new to Scentsy, this one's for you. You're going to get between 1,000 to 5,000 points if you earn Sensational Start during the qualification period. So if you've only just joined and you've got a brand new account and you are an essential consultant right now, and in the next 70 days you earn Sensational Start, you could get 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000 points. 5,000 points would be huge. Absolutely huge. Okay. Now, for me, that tells me that Scentsy are telling us it is really important to help people get to Sensational Start. Selena Taylor, you say you're struggling, But you've hit level 2, sensational start. You're well on your way to level 3. You are well on your way. Okay, so sensational start. If you don't know how to, if your new sponsor hasn't gone through that with you, then look it up on the workstation, or pop your director a message and they will go through what the Sensational Start program looks like. And also, if you haven't actually checked it out, we have got a Facebook group that is for all brand new joiners, and I will actually just find it for you because I'm going to show you in there. I'm just finding 70 Squad First Days. Let's move you over here. Okay, in the 70 Squad First Days, if you go to guides, sorry, my computer's just gone into night mode. If you go to guides, in here, launch your business, nope. How to get paid, nope. Sensational Start, here you go. The Sensational Start guide is here. Oh, where's that gone? Here we go. The Sensational Start guide is right here. Level 1, 2, 3, how to qualify and what you need to do to achieve that. So if you haven't looked at that, come and look in this little group and click done when you've done it, and it will help. Honestly, it will help. So that's that, first of all. Okay, the next thing that you are in control of, guys, right? If you've got any questions, just ask as I'm going. But the next thing that you're in control of is personal promotions, okay? So this is going to be a challenge. But this is where you're going to get some serious points, okay? Points mean prizes. So if you promote during the qualification period, so from now right through to the 1st of February, if you promote certified, you're going to get 1,000 points. Lead consultant, that means you're going to have one active teamie and you get over 1,000 GWV. You're going to get 1,500 points. Star consultant, 2,000 points. Superstar consultant, 3. Director, 5. Star director, 8. Superstar director, 10,000 points. Okay? Now, here's the thing. You're in control of that. If you want to promote, you can do that. I can't get any of those points because I've promoted and I've had all those points in different incentive periods, and I can't get any promotion points whatsoever. Okay, you guys have an advantage over superstar directors. If you are a lead consultant or a star consultant and you can get yourself working up that ladder to promote, you are in a much better position, okay, than any leaders in here, like me as a leader, because I can't get any of those points, okay? And it is possible to do it. You are in control of that. Now, you're also going to get something called an activity bonus. So that's between 100 to 2,500 points. Get paid at rank for the following titles during your qualification, and this is where you will get those extra points. So lead consultants will get, if you get paid as a lead, you get 100 points. Star consultant, 300. Superstar consultant, 500. Director, 1,000. Star director, 1,500. Superstar director, 2,500. So dependent on what title you get paid at will be how many points that you actually get as well. Okay, then next you are going to get sponsor and earn sensational start. So if you get a teamie that is your brand new teamie and they earn sensational start levels between the 1st of August and the 1st of Feb, then you can also too get level 1, level 2 or level 3, and you will get points. So based on if your teamie hits those levels as well. So that's a great way to get extra points. That's new. We've never had that before. You're also going to get 250 points for each frontline consultant that you sponsored before the incentive started. If they promote to certified for the first time, you get 250 points. We then have 1,000 to 3,000 points for frontline promotion to certified consultant. So this one's quite interesting. For every new teamie that you sponsor and they promote to certified, you get 1,000 points. If you get 2 new teamies and they promote to certified, you get 1,500 points. And 3 new teamies who promote certified, you get 3,000 points each. That's some big points, right? That's some big points. And then last but not least, any frontline promotions that go from lead and above, you get 2,500 points. So I've given you all of those different points, right? We've looked at all of those different points. But what you now need to look at is what you now need to look at is basically how is that going to map out to your plan? How are you going to plan what level you are going for? Now, Scentsy have also helped you out massively. And what they've done in that how to earn section, if you scroll down, they've actually given you a breakdown that you can look at. And the breakdown is things like, if I'm a certified consultant, this gives me an idea of what I need to do to be able to get myself to Hawaii. If I'm a lead, this is what it'll look like. Now, this isn't set in stone. You can jiggle this about. You might do more PRV than this or less. If you do less PRV, you're going to have to pick up points elsewhere. So you can rejig that and you can play about with it. As I said to the teenies that I've spoke to that are going for this so far, for me, I would go hell for leather, sponsor as many people as you possibly can and help them certify. Because the more people you get certified, the more points you're going to get, because there's that ladder of points going up, okay? One of those breakdowns are all the way there, okay? They're all the way down. Now, there's some information on the FAQ as well. There's some questions that are asked on there. So you can go back and you can answer those questions. But most importantly, you need to be aware that this is on your workstation. You also need to be aware that we're in an incentive period. And right now, you can earn these points. And that is something that is important. Last time, we had the earn the pods and sell the pods and sell your wax bars. And some of you didn't even know that we was in an incentive period because maybe you hadn't watched any training, or you hadn't, paid much attention, or because you had ruled yourself out of it and made a decision. I'm not going for that. I'm not interested. And there might be some of you that say you're not, okay? But then what would you do if it gets to the last month of the incentive and you look back and you actually realise that you could have achieved to go to Hawaii? Now, Hawaii isn't the only thing that's on the cards. You also can earn the global SFR trip to go to Orlando. And if you earn either of those trips, Hawaii or Orlando, you can pick which you go to, okay? You can pick, do I want to go halfway around the world and go to Hawaii? Or do I want to go to SFR and go to Orlando? Do I want to get my flights free? And especially if you earned it for 2 and you want to take your family, because it means that your hotel and your flights will already be paid for. Scentsy you would just need to bridge the gap and pay for your children to go if you want to take your kids. So there's lots to think about in terms of the points. I want you to sit and look. I want you to sit and make a plan. I want you to sit and actually write out a plan that you think could be realistic. And if your realistic is to earn the suitcases, then amazing. At least you've set yourself a goal. Don't be somebody that says, I'm not even going to go for either. Because I tell you, you will be absolutely devastated if you get within a hair's whisker of it, or whatever the saying is, a cat's whisker of it. And I don't even think that's the saying, but you get so close to it that you can almost smell it, and then you could have done with an extra month. You would kick yourself. And there are a lot of leaders that have been in that situation. I know that lots of people were in that situation for Norway, and they were like that close, so close. So I really do say this with love. Make a plan. Have a look at, how could I earn this? What do I need to do? And make a plan, especially for those of you that do smash your PRV consistently and you're in your business consistently every single month. Setting yourself the goal to hit the incentive could be the difference of you really progressing in this business. Now, take the incentive out of the equation. If you don't want to put pressure on yourself thinking about the incentive, but you want to build your business, here is basically a very easy structure to work on, which is in turn going to give you points. Scentsy are not silly, and I say this every single year. They are setting up incentives based on how they want us to work, okay? They know, they have put points around, for example, sensational start and people promoting to lead, because they are seeing more than likely a pattern of people that are not aiming for that. I know that there's been a lot on my team not recently, but in the last year, a lot of people that have joined that have not hit shooting star or sensational star. And sometimes I think, is that the way that I've onboarded them? Or is it because they're just not goal driven? Or is it because lots of people have signed up and then they've done very little with the business? And that's probably more what actually happened. It's not actually necessarily to do with people that are not goal driven, because I onboard everybody very similarly based on what they do. So what Scentsy have done is they are adding points to where they think they see the gaps in the Scentsy business. Now, I will share an image with you. Let me see if I can find it first, because it's a great image, and it's basically how I run my business without even thinking about it, but you might need a visual to help you. And this particular visual is something which I have loved for a long time. I've talked about it with you guys, but not maybe in as much detail as I should. And maybe this season is where I will spend that. Hold on, let me just see if I can find the image. Let me find it. I know it's in this group. If not, I can search for it in here. If not. Okay, it's called The 3 Legs of Success. Let me find it in here. And I actually screenshotted that. There it is. So this is it, right? And if you do these things, your business, if you search 3 Legs of Success in here, you will find this image. If you do these things, your business will naturally hit an incentive, okay? This is how simplistic our business model needs to be. And if you do these things, you will naturally get points, okay? So Chloe and Justin Cox, who I love these guys. They're amazing. Their training is amazing. And they came up with this, basically, I don't even know what you call this. What is it? Like a diagram of like how you should work your business. And I absolutely adore it. I think it's brilliant. So it's about this little stool and it's got these little legs. And basically, these are the 3 main pillars of your business where you earn money and you're going to earn points. In your sales for PRV, in your sponsoring, and in your coaching. So your sales for PRV can look like things like bag parties, we call them Bora bags, home parties, events, following up with your customers, following up to see if you can get people onto Scentsy Club, and then running specials, limited time offers, and the Whiff Box. And that is a really good place to literally create this sales PRV. I would also add in their referrals, okay, because I think referrals is really, really important in our business. So I would add a G there and go for referrals. The second leg of the business is sponsoring. So sharing the opportunity consistently, sharing lifestyles and experience, sharing your story and your journey, dream team list and your relationship building, your list of 100 and networking consistently and like constantly building on that list of people that you know, finding new customers. And then a system for setting up new team members for success. Well, we've got our 70-day group to really help with that. And then we've got this other leg, which is coaching, which is how are you helping your team members to be successful? Are you coaching them? Are you training your team? Are you challenging your downline to hit goals? Are you connecting with your team with incentives if you need to? And iron sharpens the iron. So basically, are you teaching yourself as well? And then lastly, you've got that is all topped with self-care. So set your business boundaries, exercising, proper nutrition, proper amount of sleep, feeding your brain with podcasts, books and trainings, quality time with your family, recharging by doing something that brings you joy and having a hobby I think is so important, practicing gratitude, kindness and speaking positive affirmations. I really love that. I think it's such a great way to run your business. And if you said to me, I don't know where to start with this business, I'm finding it very overwhelming right now, probably my advice to you is to go to that stool of success, the 3 legs of success, they call it. Go to the 3 legs of success and then work out like what is missing in my business, because all of those legs of success will get you points for the incentive. If you look at it in that same scenario, you know, your sales leg is going to give you points for your PRV. Your sponsoring leg is going to give you those sponsoring points. And then the coaching is going to be that you're helping them to improve their, you know, their own businesses. And those things will come with personal development and looking after yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You've got to be, sorry guys, looking after you. That's the most important person in all of this, and not putting yourself under immense pressure to be able to sponsor or be able to bring in. And that for me is like a really big thing. I wouldn't want anybody to feel under pressure. If you know that this incentive would absolutely put you under pressure to work your business, and don't do it. Like, don't put yourself under pressure. If that is how your brain works, like, focus actually on the income producing activities. So income producing activities include things like finding new customers, getting out samples, giving out Bora bags, having parties, you know, taking orders from your customers, doing the follow-up. They are income producing activities. They are things that are going to make you money. It's literally that simple. So, in a nutshell, Scentsy have created this incredible incentive. I think right now it's giving excitement, it's giving that buzz. Go and look at your tracker, go and see where you are, and make a plan. And, you know, write it down. Even if it seems really unattainable, write it down. I have realised in this business that I do not dream as big as I used to. I used to dream really big. Like when I was, you know, a director and they said, right, you can earn a trip to go to Switzerland. I was like, I am going to go to Switzerland and I am going to be in the top 150. And I was dreaming big right then. I was dreaming really big, and I was manifesting as I was driving to work every day that I remember manifesting that I was going to have a really nice black 4x4. I did manifest it would be a Range Rover, but I can't afford one of them right now. Let's be honest. So I manifested that. I manifested that we were going to have work done on our house. I manifested, and by manifest, I mean imagined. I imagined that I was going to be able to drop days at work. I imagined that I would be on that trip and I would be given, at the time, it was the top 150 got a $10,000 spending budget. And I imagined myself with that budget. And in turn, I imagined myself as a superstar director. I imagined myself hitting star director and building leaders. And I didn't put pressure on myself to do it. I just found joy in doing it. And as I have become a superstar director, it becomes really hard sometimes to then dream about what does the next thing look like. And I've realised that I've stopped dreaming this last year. I've realised that I became very content, and that contentment, unfortunately, meant that in the world that we're living in right now, my business has declined, and not my personal business, but definitely the way I'm working with people, and I've become overwhelmed. And those things do happen, but I'm back to dreaming big again. I feel like I'm back to, you know, thinking of days when I'm going to be able to go on shopping sprees and treat my kids and book any holidays that I want for my kids. I'm dreaming of those things again right now. And sometimes, even when something looks really unrealistic, like an incentive trip that you think, I don't know how the hell I'm going to make that happen, getting it down on paper, making that vision board, making that plan gives you a starting point. Because if you don't make a plan, you don't know where you're going. Like, if I didn't make a plan, I wouldn't know how many people that I'm going to need to sponsor between now and the end of the incentive. Like, my mission is just to sponsor lots of people every single month. It doesn't matter whether there's an incentive running or not. I still sponsor, and I am one of those advocates for that I still work my business, whether whether we're in an incentive period or not. There are some people that will only work when there's a trip, and I understand that that's their motivation. For me, it's not my be all and end all. Of course I want to go on the trips, and I can't imagine if I didn't get on any of the trips this year, I would be probably like a bear with a sore head, and I would have extreme FOMO. But I also know that for me, I will keep working the business, and I will keep sponsoring, and I will keep doing high PRV, whatever there is at stake, whether there's pods at stake, whether there's a trip at stake, whether it's earning a free fridge or a bag, or do you know what I mean? I know that Scentsy put these things in place as bonuses for working our business naturally. So if you work on those 3 legs of success, along with manifestation, along with looking after yourself and not pouring from an empty cup, then I promise you good things will happen. Your business will only grow. Whether that results in a trip or luggage, or whether that doesn't, I can tell you, you know, at the end of the day, if you don't hit the trip, what's the worst that's going to happen? Oh, you might promote. to another promotion, which means that you're going to have more money in your bank every single month. Surely, like, it's a win-win situation, whether you go for the incentive or not, right? Out of that, you're going to get enjoyment. Out of that, you're going to learn something new, and you're probably going to learn new skills along the way, and you're going to find your craft of being a network marketer and being a good networker and being somebody that, you know, actually understands that the hard work that it takes to make this business a real raging success. So, you know, there's lots of positives that are going to come off of the back of working towards the incentives, whether you hit the incentive or not. I will always say to people, like, I remember having this conversation with Georgia, and I know she won't mind me saying it, but when she said to me, I'm going to really struggle when everybody goes to Norway because I didn't earn it, and it really, she got her level 1, and I said to her, but look at how much your business has grown. I said, yes, you didn't earn it. I said, the positive to take from this is look at the growth that's happened in your business in the last 6 months. And she was like, yeah, but I'm not really feeling that right now. I know that when we had that conversation 3 months or a month after Norway, Monte Carlo, she said to me, yeah, I completely feel that now. And she was over it. And she was like, it's fine. I'm now like pumped to work for the next one. So, you know, think of this a little bit like that. Now, what I'm going to do going forward, we're going to have this training next week, and I'm really excited. So Laura Livingston has said she's going to come on and talk. Emma London, who is under Laura Sawkins, if you've never seen her before, she's amazing. She's going to come and share. Both Laura and Emma started as certified consultants, right? They were brand new at the beginning of an incentive period, and they both earned an incentive, right? They both earned to go to Norway on the cruise, and I got to cruise with them both, and it was incredible. They are going to share some of their experiences. I've also asked Nicola Wilson to come on and share. She has earned Mexico, she earned Switzerland, she earned Norway as well, so she is a dab hand at earning incentives. I'm also going to be there myself, and I'm probably going to find one other as well to jump on. Any of your directors or leaders, maybe. I think Laura Jenkins said she was about as well. So Laura Jenkins is on holiday at the moment. She's earned a couple of trips as well. So they're all people that have earned trips, and they started off, they weren't in a leadership role. So I'm hoping this is going to really inspire you to be like, I can do this. If they can do this, so can I. Because I can sit here and sing it from my rooftop, and a lot of you will say, yeah, but you do higher PRV than I do. You sponsor more people than I do. And you need to look at somebody that maybe is more what I would call on your level. Not that I think that I'm above your level at all, because I really don't. But I know that there is a lot of people that view me that way. And I am no different to you. My rings reset to 0 every single month, just like yours. My incentive rings are back at 0. I am working my business exactly the same way that you work yours, okay? No different at all. And you've got to remember, you have got the opportunity to promote. You just need to know, how do I promote? What do I need to do? Okay, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get it. Now, a lot of you, this is literally going to come down to, it's not necessarily about the sponsoring, because maybe you're struggling there. It's not necessarily about the sales, because if you're struggling there, it's going to come down to finding new customers. And this month is the month to go out there and do that. While we've got a sale on, this is the month to use your business page, use Instagram. I have started doing reels again on Instagram, and at the moment they're not converting to massive sales, but I've started to see an increase in the amount of sales that I am getting on Instagram. And joiners has also come from Instagram, like Claire has joined in this last week, and that was off of the back of Instagram. Although Claire and I did know each other, she was a customer. But what I'm saying is, using another platform, learning another platform. I do not know how to use Instagram, right? I have watched hours of training in the last probably 3 weeks. I've had training videos on where I've been in the bath. If you thought, oh, maybe she's a little bit distant, it's not that, but I'm teaching myself how to do reels. I'm teaching myself how to create hooks, how to create captions, because I realise that there's an audience there that is, you know, massive, and I just need to work out how to use this goddamn app and grow. And my views have gone up loads, like loads and loads. My actual views on my, oh my god, there's a big wasp on my ring light. My views have gone up, for example, on my reels, but at the moment they're not converting into sales. So that's something I'm working on, but it's something new. I'm putting my time there because I think it will be worth it. It will be lucrative in the end. If you don't have the time to be putting into Reels, right now, your time needs to be finding new customers in terms of use a business page, use your customer group, ask for referrals, get your Bora bag out, party. Do those things first. I do a lot of those things well, so I'm now ready to branch out into something new, okay? But all of those things are going to help. I promise you, they're going to help with your earning an incentive. So, I hope this has been helpful in terms of what you need, in terms of, you know, maybe you're feeling a little bit like, I can do this. Tune in next week. I would love you to tune in and have a look next week at, you know, what's available to you. I'm also going to be going back to doing team meetings, okay? Team meetings. I am, look at training on them. Yeah, exactly. I am going to go back to doing team meetings. I missed last team meeting. So on, when should we do this? We're doing our training next week. So I don't want to overload you. But I really, really want to get a team meeting underway. I might do a team meeting with the planning ahead document on Saturday morning via Zoom. Okay, so ideally these are going to happen on the first, I think I'm just going to do Tuesday because it just is simple. The first Tuesday of each month, or the first Monday. I'll do a poll whether Monday or Tuesday is more suitable. And we're going to go back to doing the planning ahead document, how to use it. And then I'm also going to be looking for people to volunteer to create some content based around the planning ahead document to share in our team group. But I will talk more about that on Saturday morning. So if you're free Saturday morning, after I get back from the gym, our team meeting will be on Saturday morning, and then we will go back to doing the monthly each month. But anyway, I hope this has helped you. I really hope if you watch this back, please let me know if you've got any questions on the incentive, how to earn it below. Next week, looking forward to some training that's going to be really inspirational from some of your leaders and leaders from outside our group. And yeah, I am excited. I'm excited for you guys to earn this. Go and look at the incentive tracker. Do not leave it 3 months and then go and have a look at it. Anyway, I'm going to go. Love you all, guys, and I'll catch up soon. Bye-bye.